Hey there everybody, my name is Ryan. Today I have a PPP loan update for you. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, and before I get into it, I want you to please hit that like button to mess with the YouTube algorithm so I can get more visibility to more people that need this information. And also please hit the subscribe button because I'll be giving out a lot of content and a lot of updates on things as they change. I haven't done an update video in a while because there hasn't been much movement in Congress, and I really refrain from doing update videos frequently if there's been no movements, because then it just ends up being a lot of speculation and rumors and opinions from me, and that's not really an update. So there's people out there posting videos every day or multiple videos a day just speculating on like the stimulus check. You know, there's been no stimulus check update. It's just been sitting in the Senate for weeks now. That's the update. So this will be first update in a while, and you know, you'll expect some more from me as they come. And also I try to get all of my information from either government websites or, you know, straight from the Treasury, straight from the SBA. You won't find me reading news articles to you on camera or anything like that. So with that being said, I'm going to read some stuff for you on camera today and speculate. So a quick non-update on the PPP Flexibility Act. It's still sitting in the Senate. That's, if you're not familiar with that, that's the act that will extend the PPP covered period from 8 weeks to 24 weeks and will reduce the 75% salary requirements down to 60%. That's speculative at the moment. You know, the bill actually doesn't say 60%, but there's been rumors and talk about the 60% rule. And yeah, so it's just still sitting in the Senate. I think that the Senate is going to have some changes to it, which means that it's going to have to go back to the House for a vote. And it just seems like they're taking their damn time on getting this done. You know, like they've not... There's also been the HEROES Act that's been sitting in Senate for a while, waiting for their votes, and that has not gotten any movement at all. I think the Senate's going to propose some changes to the PPP Flexibility Act, and then it's going to have to go back to the House, and the House is going to have to re-vote on it. As things move along, like if they actually move along, I'll keep you guys updated. The next thing that kind of caught my eye was that the Consumers Bankers Association and the Bank Policy Institute have written a letter to Congress urging them to pass a law that will automatically forgive PPP loans under $150,000. I'll read you a part of the letter right now. The Consumer Bankers Association and the Bank Policy Institute write to express our concerns regarding the Paycheck Protection Program, loan forgiveness process, and the significant burden it will place on the smallest of businesses who sought relief during these uncertain times. In order to help our nation's small businesses, we urge Congress to quickly pass legislation that would forgive the PPP loans of less than $150,000. This threshold would account for 85% of total PPP recipients, but less than 26% of PPP total loan dollars. So that's an important statistic right there. It's over 85% of recipients, but just less than 26% of the total loan dollars. They did an analysis and they figured it would save about 70 million hours of small business owners' work to navigate the PPP loan forgiveness. You know, collecting documents, filling out the application, you know, stressing about it. Like, they estimate that's going to save 70 million total hours of work, which is huge. So what do I think about this? In case you wanted to know, I think this is going to be great if it's even considered. Now remember, it's still just a letter to Congress. It's not a bill that was introduced or anything. It's just a letter urging Congress to make these changes. And I think it would be great because there has been so much uncertainty around this forgiveness portion. There was originally so much uncertainty when the PPP was first released, and then it's like there was broad guidelines, and then the guidelines were getting more specific and more specific, but then there were still holes in the regulations. You know, like even at the latest ruling, the Department of Treasury covered a lot of specifics there, but then I have clients come to me and ask me, hey, but what about this? And I'm like, whoa, shit, I don't know. They didn't cover that nuanced situation, you know? So there's a lot of holes in the guidelines, and it's been confusing and frustrating for all my clients and for me. If there could be some kind of automatic forgiveness under 150,000, under 100,000, that would be a huge relief. Because the problem with this program was that it was rolled out too fast. It was essentially ineffective for a lot of businesses, you know, for businesses that had to be shut down because of the pandemic, and they had to furlough employees during that shutdown. And so they get this loan. If they're wanting it to be forgiven, they couldn't even use it because they furloughed their employees and because their business is shut down. So it was kind of in my opinion, it helped a lot of businesses, and also I think it was pointless for many more businesses. So if the PPP Flexibility Act passes, that will help that situation greatly. If Congress reads this letter and takes it seriously, that will help even more. And I'm sure many of you guys will definitely appreciate automatic forgiveness there. I'll link the letter below in the description so you can read through it yourself. Also in the description will be a link to our website and all that stuff, so check it out. That's all I got for you today. Please subscribe to my channel. Please smash that like button. And yes, I cringe every time I say smash that like button. It just seems corny. But thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.